For too long, humanity has cut down the Earth's forests, polluted its rivers and oceans, and ploughed its grasslands into oblivion. We are ravaging the very ecosystems that underpin our societies, and in doing so, we risk depriving ourselves of the food, water, and resources we need to survive. The degradation of the natural world is already undermining the well-being of 3.2 billion people, or 40% of humanity. Luckily, the Earth is resilient, but she needs our help. We still have time to reverse the damage we have done. That is why, on this World Environment Day, we are launching the United Nations Decade on Ecosystem Restoration. This global movement will bring together governments, businesses, and civil society and private citizens in an unprecedented effort to heal the Earth. By restoring ecosystems, we can drive a transformation that will contribute to the achievement of all the Sustainable Development Goals. The task is monumental. We need to replant and protect our forests. We need to clean up our rivers and seas. And we need to green our cities. Accomplishing these things will not only safeguard the planet's resources, it will create millions of new jobs by 2030, generate returns of over $7 trillion every year, and help eliminate poverty and hunger. The United Nations Decade on Ecosystem Restoration is a global call to action. It will draw together political support, scientific research, and financial muscle to massively scale up restoration. And everyone can contribute. Science tells us these next 10 years are our final chance to avert a climate catastrophe, turn back the deadly tide of pollution, and end species loss. Today, let's start a new decade, one in which we finally make peace with nature and secure a better future for all.
When declaring the UN Decade on Ecosystem Restoration, the UN General Assembly decided to dedicate a whole 10 years to this massive project of healing the planet. Two agencies were called to lead this endeavour together: the UN Environment Programme, UNEP, and the Food and Agriculture Organization of the UN, FAO. But really, how do we even start to take such a gigantic task? Ecosystem restoration is really so enormous and cross-cutting. Let's give the floor to Inga Anderson, Executive Director of the United Nations Environment Programme, to find out more.
We at UNEP, along with FAO and partners, are so proud to kickstart the United Nations Decade on Ecosystem Restoration, to reimagine, to recreate, and to restore the ecosystems on which all life depends. The science is clear. We have 1 decade to address climate change, to end biodiversity loss, and to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals. So how do we use this moment in history to launch a massive movement to save our terrestrial and marine ecosystems, even as we continue to decarbonize? We have several to-do items here. Governments must ensure COVID-19 stimulus packages contribute to a sustainable and equitable recovery from the pandemic. Businesses and the financial sector must reform operations and financial flows so that they restore and not destroy the natural world. And new research from universities has revealed that finance flows for nature-based solutions join us as we launch this
protection of ecosystems worldwide, including our farmland and forests, our rivers,
Sticking sheets of paper together for your PDF patterns. Then why not send them to us to print? Upload your PDFs via our website. Select color or black and white and the paper weight you require, and we'll print, fold and post to you ready to cut out. Keep Britain sewing.
On ecosystem restoration. Let us join forces to restore the ecosystem and recite our relationships with nature by showing it the relevance it deserves, while ensuring better protection, better nutrition, better environment, and a better life.
Now, you won't want to miss the surprises.
Are inspired by the classic Thai fisherman pants.
So stay tuned. Dr. James Goodall, Giselle Bunchen, Rocky Daouni, Don Diablo, Ty Dolla $ign to name some. Restoration is ultimately a question of faith. Do we all believe that a better future is possible?
And so, share.
To now introduce a message by His Holiness Pope Francis.
I have the honor to read the message which the Holy Father addressed on 27th May last to Her Excellency.
So if you get stuck at any point,
Your Excellency, this decree invites us to make a 10-year commitment aimed at caring for our common good by supporting and speeding up efforts to prevent, halt and reverse the degradation of ecosystems worldwide, and raise awareness of the importance of successful ecosystem restoration. In the Bible, we read that the heavens declare the glory of God, the skies proclaim the work of His hands. Day after day, they pour forth speech.
It's generally less of an
night
issue
after
if you
night,
use a stretch
they
fabric
reveal knowledge.
on a pattern that's designed
They
for
have
woven
no
fabric.
speech, they use
However,
no
you
words.
should be aware that
No
if
sound
you do
is
use
heard
stretch
from
fabric
them.
on such a pattern, that it's
We are
possible
all part
that the fabric
of this
or the garment
gift
might bag
of
out
creation.
unintentionally or
We
also
are a
end
part
up with
of
the wrong amount
nature,
of ease.
not separated
In general, I
from
find
it.
it's best to stick to
This is what
fabrics
the Bible says. The current environmental situation